Back underway in frame 4. Ali Carter's broken off, trailing 2-1. Has left a potential red here. Oh, beautiful. As I say, his long game this week has been really encouraging. There's already quite a few reds in play here. Black on its spot. Chance to get away here early in this frame from the Carter break-off.
5, 6, 13, 14.
He's had 6 centuries in the tournament.
21, 22, 29, 30. Just a moment, please.
Peggy asking for a little bit of time.
36. 37.
Certainly that opening red that O'Sullivan screwed in will bring about some confidence, or it might well do.
42.
If you can get a high angle on the blue, that will be the next part of the equation. Yeah, well, as he's just off straight, he'll try and power it in. One cushion, it's not the usual way to go into the bunch, but I think it's the only one that he has unless there's a plant. There's the shot. Oh, he's played it well, hasn't he? But it's just a difficult route. He might be on the left-hand red through the gap.
48.
You don't always fancy getting on a red from that shot, but I think he has.
49.
Keeps looking across. I'm not sure if he's... I don't think he was looking at the scores, because I think he knows what's required here. Well, he popped a lot more balls, but it's just the eyes are just coming away from the match table
54.
every now and then.
55.
Once again, the
60.
split has not gone ideal. One up the table, down into the yellow pocket, hampered queuing on. Well, he stayed down on it, he wasn't entirely sure.
60.
One or two of the members of the audience seems to think it was going to go in.
Well, how significant could that be? There's plenty still on here. A couple of frames ago, Carter had a chance at a clearance. He missed the initial red. Didn't get any further.
1.
He's got this chance again. He squandered the last opportunity. This one isn't taken either. It would be an uncomfortable few minutes as they went for the mid-session, because it's a proper chance.
5.
By the same token, O'Sullivan will be frustrated that he hasn't sealed this frame either. Lots of work to do. He'll need plenty. He'll need a lot from here, not just up to and including anything, just every ball.
13. 20.
Maybe a little glance off the other two reds here to bring them into play. Yeah,
21.
That's a lovely shot. That's solved one potential problem that he had, getting on those two reds. What a chance. Combination of being delighted to make it 2 each, but also at this stage the pressure
28.
of not actually doing so from here.
29.
Just wonder if this could ultimately be about blue to pink.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. And of course, then it becomes almost from brown to blue. If you finish
36.
straight on the blue, you haven't got a shot at all on the pink, so those few shots in a row will probably be the deciding factor in this frame.
37. 42. 44.
It is all about getting on that ping, but the two shots that precede it also pieces of that jigsaw.
47.
The ideal angle on the blue, just top side, slight angle, not a very big angle, and definitely not straight. It's
51.
deliberately gone shortish. That's good.
$56.
He should get this, but he did miss an absolute sitter into that pocket. A red that was easier than this.
It's all come down, yeah, to the last two balls. He broke off, left a long red, which O'Sullivan knocked in. Was going well. Took on a difficult red on 60. And the question was, could Ali Carter make the clearance? And there's the answer. Big moment in the match. It looked like 3-1 O'Sullivan, and then you felt he could race off into the distance, but Carter has pegged him back. They're the sort of breaks that really make differences in big matches. 2-2 at the mid-session interval.
One.
Oh, goodness me. Again, I'll say that I don't think he potted it cleanly, the red. An early shout for a possible stalemate here. With the red in bulk, I can't see either player wanting to take an undue risk. Increasing chance of a re-rack here. One look across, catching the other one's eye, and they might be sending the balls back for a re-rack. The red up the table is the culprit, really. It's no one wants to take a risk and play to a safety shot to bulk, understandably. Well, if anything, Ronnie showed a little bit of lack of patience there, because it was hard to think how that was all going to unfold, and in the end he's taken a risk and he's left this chance.
One.
Tried to avoid the black, but now that he's glanced off it onto the blue, it's not bad.
Seven. 8.
Just feels like there's even more tension after the clearance he made in that fourth frame.
13. 14. 19.
Yeah, could have come onto the blue there, which would have perhaps given him an angle to just go into those reds. You just feel that playing on the pink was more beneficial. Oh, when respotted, does the red go past the pink?
26. 27.
It's a bit of a stodgy old frame early, wasn't it, with all those tips tipping up into the red and not really looking like the frame was going anywhere.
31.
I think Ronnie just lost the patience first to continue, understandably, really. I thought perhaps there could have been a re-rack in this frame, but ultimately Ali Carter has taken his chance when it's come. But he's only a few in front still. Oh, it's a good shot. He's on that middle red, goodness, to the left corner.
35.
I mean, he couldn't hardly have put the cue ball in a better spot. Still isn't delighted with it, though. Yeah, he knew that he was making contact with the other red, but he wanted to just screw back through it almost. And again, up for the yellow, so the points aren't really mounting up. But he's still in control, more importantly.
38. 39.
Carter's starting to look really good here. Highly focused as well on every shot.
44. 45.
If he slips past that red on the pink, it was an excellent shot, but he hasn't quite achieved all of the aims there. Yes, he's on the pink. Playing that pink over the top of a red with the cue ball moving away from the red's not much fun, really. Thought never cut that, I must be honest.
What?
On the thin side of the potting angle. Another red wanted it to be hard fought this frame, if he can take it.
Well, now, in the last frame, Carter made a great
51.
clearance. Can O'Sullivan returned the favour. That was frame ball, but it stayed out.
One.
It was actually a very sweet piece of cueing. He stroked it in. Just problem of getting from black to red. Just awkward cueing though, isn't it? Even with the rest.
Just, would you mind to wait for the lights?
Well, this is not a great moment for something to be not an unscheduled break at this stage. It's an important shot, this, if he can get from black to red.
I think the referee mentioned something about the lighting or something there.
But Ronnie was not put off by anything until he was told to stop playing. Well, we don't like to see a player put off by a situation or distracted. He's got the pot, but he's gone too far on it.
8. Nine.
Well, it's not really his sort of shot to just play the pink, play the blue slowly enough to just reach the pocket. That's why he's played it the way he has. Every shot is a problem at this stage.
40.
You keep feeling he's one shot away from clearing. Not even there.
15.
This is not perfect either. I suspect if he knocks the brown in, then that will be the last awkward shot. Well, he's playing yellow instead. This is as significant,
70.
if not more so, than the last frame that Carter stole.
19.
Well, what an intriguing contest it's turning into. This clearance has not been
26.
straightforward, but you feel it is now with the last three balls on their spots.
31.
Yeah, it felt like the elements were
37.
against him. There was a brief break in play. Every red he got on was difficult, but he's kept the break alive somehow.
Another big clearance in this match, this time made by Ronnie O'Sullivan. Ali Carter missed frame ball to lead 3-2.
There's player view. I always think it's very informative of exactly what it looks like on the other end of the table when you've got an awkward safety shot, looking for a thin edge or anything to get you back to bulk. It's not always an easy route. You're just trying to drop onto the red, which is, if he's playing it, it's a pretty unusual way to play the shot and push the red itself on. I don't really understand that shot because O'Sullivan's right-handed and he might have a dart at this down the cushion. They're not the tightest. So that was an odd decision to make. They're just going in very easily. I could see it on maybe the tighter table we saw at the British Open in Cheltenham. But I think down there, if you leave sort of a ball on, the player's going to be very tempted to knock it in, as O'Sullivan did there.
Three. Four.
So then just kick his foot out as if that would help in some way. Just a fraction further down, he'd be on the red. I think the balls have run a little awkwardly in this match. So we're not seeing like a barrage of huge breaks as we have in other matches this week. You get days like that. Well, there's now a good chance if he could open up a couple of frames lead.
18.
But again, just overdoing the last shot fractionally on the blue. Played that well, just stroked it in.
21. $22.
This time short of pace, as you saw his head dip a little bit after he hit the ball.
27. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 27.
Yeah, I think that'll be frustrating for him because he just wasn't getting on the balls as usual again. It's turning into one of those afternoons where neither player can quite break free. Yeah, well, sometimes, as annoying as it will be that he's gone in off, you know, it's not actually a terrible result. Oh, that's an absolute scream on the top. That's as good as it gets at long range.
Yeah, good kiss as well.
Five. Six.
Well, all day they've struggled to get the correct angle on the blue, these two.
$11. $12.
On we go then, Ali Carter with his chance here.
$70.
Well, Carter didn't play that last shot very well. He shouldn't really need the rest. He's dropping the blue in. But he's recovered it.
18.
Albeit, you know, things come at a cost. You know, he's had to end up going to bulk. So he's just getting out of position shot by shot again.
$20. $21. $28.
Well, it's just really annoying, isn't it, for both players? I'm sure the frustration is evident. They're just finishing out of position slightly, and in the end you miss a pot, and I didn't expect him to miss that one, but it's just a build-up, I think.
1.
A lot depends on the two reds, of course. In fact, that's the key to the frame, how they're
8.
now the angle to split them, but he has to bring them into play. And one shot here that is successful he's likely to be a frame winner. Well, it's a kind of an afternoon where nothing like that is happening. The frame lives on.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 15.
Mightn't be the worst shot to end the break, but it's still very much second prize. You wanted to get the frame one there. Oh dear, that's a big mistake, and you heard the cue banged into the floor.
One.
$18 in front, it would be hard to foresee him not clearing up here or getting over the line. It's not been a great frame this, but it might be a very significant one. Carter had his chance. He's missed a very comfortable red to left corner.
40.
Actually,
16.
saw Carter just react on that last shot, leaving the red on. He's going to be too clear at 4-2.
19.
Without really flowing at all. But he did make that excellent clearance in the last frame. That has made a big difference in this match. Carter, at that point, was definitely on top.
$34.
So O'Sullivan maybe starting to make his move here. Again, he had to dig in that frame, but he got the result he was looking for. He's 2 from the semis, leading 4-2.
Well, that's well played. Is he on the black?
$8. Harry Carter, 8.
It's looking like a match of missed opportunities for Carter. This could be an excellent chance again for O'Sullivan if he can knock this red in. A little tricky. But as Dave said earlier, he's not really scoring in big numbers. His highest break was it was in the frame he lost. So that's the one missing piece of
8. 9. $16.
a
17.
lot of people I spoke to said that they thought that if O'Sullivan was going to lose to anybody this week, it would be the man he's playing today.
22. 23. 30. 31.
Just a little bit awkward here.
38.
If he can just run through and escape. Oh dear, that's really sloppy. That's very sloppy from O'Sullivan. That'll annoy him because he got down and just hit it. He was thinking about the cannon on the green and he totally ignored the pot, and that's an old school thing to do. Something that everybody's done, but you know, at this point O'Sullivan could not afford to do that. Now it'll really hurt O'Sullivan if Carter goes on to win the frame here.
6. 7. 12. 13. 19. 20.
You could screw into the two reds, but the way the day's been going, you might not get the best result out of that shot. No, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. So now your eyes are drawn up to where the yellow is in relation to the green. And it will need all of those.
28.
So there's still work to be done. I think in an ideal world here, we'd play on the green. Take the green up the table,
35.
back onto its own spot. Well, he's missed that, so
Ali Carter, 35.
that becomes a problem for O'Sullivan to deal with now. Disappointed, but not really showing any emotion there, Carter.
One.
I think Ronnie's interested in playing the green if he could, you know. I mean, the blue is an absolute natural look to get onto the yellow, so he's thinking the same way I was mentioning earlier on. Put that green back on its own spot so the journey is shorter for position from yellow, green and brown. Great shot. Well thought out.
4.
It's just these frames just won't go away. You know, they're lingering on with mistakes continuing to be made. It really tried to go in, didn't it?
The hand of the referee is just trying to keep people still in the audience.
Good shot. Again, no angle at all to get from green to brown.
Well, that's a terrific shot, really, considering the mistakes we've seen and the difficulty. The match was sort of petering out from his perspective.
Nine.
So, 8 in front, he will still need the pink.
Yeah, and he's not quite right on the blue. Taking it away from the pink. But that's a nice recovery, it seems. I keep thinking about that shot that O'Sullivan missed, that red to right middle when he was cannon the green. He played it just a bit half-heartedly, to be honest.
20.
Ali Carter has got himself back into contention here. As I say, the match looked like it was going away from him in a big way, but he stepped in 4-3.
He's found a wide angle on that. Good enough shot. Well, both players having got a lot of difficulty with the route back to safety, back to the bulk end. I tell you, that mightn't be the worst outcome.
One.
Well, good shot there, Carter.
Yes, it feels like things have just sort of shifted back again towards Ali Carter this time. It's been hard work today, but remember, the game only looks easy because the players are so good. It's a hard game. And there is a definite little spring in Carter's step now. He was looking a bit fed up earlier, but things have changed after that last frame for sure.
17.
And just landing behind the two reds, so
24.
it looked like O'Sullivan was going to go 5-2 up, quite honestly. I mean, if he was to lose this match, I'm sure that shot would be the one that he'd remember. I'm not saying he will lose. He's still in front.
33. 40. 41.
Well, those two reds looked like they might be a plant. He won't need them, of course, if he can get onto the red. He's quite straight on this. He could possibly force a little bit of an angle. Oh dear. What's he done there? Well, his cue ball's gone nowhere. He could have screwed back and maybe played the plant at the point where he just needed one more red.
High card 47.
That shot he played on the pink, where the cue ball just stopped dead in the worst place of all. Be thinking about that one, especially now that he's missed. Or has he? Hang on a minute.
Oh. Wow. No one knew.
I thought it might drop in, actually. To be honest, he missed it by a mile, the original pot, so he lost all control of everything. He's got to get onto his colour here. It's best to take something as high value as you can. Be looking for more points than 2, I think, for this red. This gives him a bit of breathing space playing the pink. I think he had no choice there.
7. 8. 14.
Yeah, he was just walking away at the end. He didn't think it would drop. Well, what a funny old match it's turned into.
I mean, Carter is snookered, but you can just feel that he's going to swerve it round and pot it. The only thing that would worry him would be, if he played it that way, would be to follow the cue ball in. This should be gettable. Any contact, of course, is going to see it go in. Yeah, that was never really much of a problem.
Eight.
45 in it, 35 on, and he's seen enough. Well, it's turned round. It's turned round in a big way. O'Sullivan was looking good for 5-2. This match is anyone's.
He's coming in at a fairly high angle and he's hit the wrong ball, hit the pink. Coming at a different angle this time. Well, it's not the red he tried to hit. Oh, goodness me. What's going to happen next in this match? There's been a number of errors that just grazed the near jaw. That was not so difficult to hit. Well, we've had all these centuries, haven't we, all week? Over 100 here at the venue. This match between two tremendous break builders, we've seen nothing anywhere near a century. Been a strange old match.
Yeah, and the fact that the overwhelming response to the audience there was laughter. And he must be feeling the better of the two right now, because he looks certain to go 5-2 down.
Both players must know that there's possibly a miss from themselves just around the corner, because it's been like that. No player has broke free and won frames in a single visit.
8. 15. 16.
Well, into the bunch perhaps here. Need a bit of luck. No, he's not playing it. playing on the loose thread in the middle of the pack, which is fair enough. To be honest, I think if you go into the bunch
21.
right now, you're likely to knock something in. It's been that kind of afternoon and evening.
22.
Into the reds then. Well, he skimmed off them. Again, that sort of sums up the afternoon, really.
29. Harry Carter, 29. One.
Oh, it doesn't go on the black spot or its own spots up onto the brown.
7.
So slightly unusual set of balls here where they're placed.
8.
Now, is O'Sullivan going to spring into life? Because I think he just took his foot off the pedal when he looked like he was going to really surge away. It's not like him to do that, but he certainly did this afternoon. It's not as if he wouldn't dearly love to beat Ali Carter.
40.
So I'm pretty sure he would.
50.
Now, the problem with the 6 reds and just the way they're placed is going to come into play.
21.
Now, screwing into the little gap between the reds. Oh, goodness me. I mean, you see the position of the balls there. I can't believe he's not finished on one. He's unlucky.
And you can understand the reaction, as I say. I mean, it's been, you know, pretty bruising stuff, really, the things that have gone wrong.
So all he could do was play safe.
Sullivan,
The last thing he wanted to do.
10:45 in the evening here in Tianjin. Still quite a bit of mileage in this one, you fancy?
Well, he's playing the brown. It's going to be a thin pot. It's not easy, this. He's got to screw it, I think. It's a great shot. That really is. Now he's in a really good position
5.
to capitalise on that last shot.
6.
Yeah, he's trying to make something happen. Maybe that little frustration, in a way, has helped him. Just get on the front foot again.
12. 13.
Well, apologies. I don't know what's happened to the score graphic. Hopefully that will return.
20. 26.
Well, those scores aren't right. I can tell you that now, because...
27.
Well, we're not sure about the scores actually, because it might have been they were putting, just looking back a few minutes, some of Ronnie's points seem to be going, there's been some kind of a misunderstanding.
33.
We saw the frustration earlier when he didn't land on a red. He banged his cue, but then he got down, he knocked in a great red. Now he needs this red for 5-4. So he's just found something at the right time. And once again, it's advantage O'Sullivan.
46.
Well, O'Sullivan will be hoping to win 6-4, but if it ends up a decider, you wonder what sort of frame it's going to be based on the match. It's been a strange old business, really.
51.
But O'Sullivan, since that first reaction, maybe he did need that. Maybe he needed to let out some emotion. Either way, he's won the frame.
55.
Just feels like there's a bit more energy about him now, but he's maybe broken free of the shackles a bit with this contribution. Yeah, he's got something out of his system there, but more importantly, he's won the frame. 5-4. Yeah, he was staying there wondering if he was going to leave him severely hampered, but he didn't. Then there was a sort of swish of the cue.
1.
I don't think Carter was pleased with that. So many shots have just gone into positions where the next shot is tricky. Oh, well, they broke up a treat this time. But they're still not an easy next red. Good shot. He will go fractionally too far on the blue, and nothing will go to the right corner.
14.
Oh, dear.
Well, he misjudged that by quite a long way, over screwed it. The in-off didn't really ever seem like a factor in that shot, I've got to be honest. Problem with the shot he's played there, and I think he's done well just to keep things safe.
Well, because he got so close, it has stayed over the pocket, so O'Sullivan has some sort of chance here. Shot to nothing, but the red has stayed over the pocket is the problem.
One.
Can he see the winning line? Because here is a real chance.
7. 8. 14. 15.
It's not a good shot to hit the blue, but actually, for once, he's nudged it into a fairly promising position, to the point where he could get him over the line.
$20. 21.
About as hard as you could hit that, I think, because it's quite an acute angle to the middle.
$26. 27.
That's where you're pleased to make 50, 55 or something like that, which takes you very close to the winning line.
33. 34. 40. 41.
He can be unplayable, but even if he's not playing at his best, he's still hard to beat, as we're seeing here.
Yeah, that's true. He's not always been the most difficult to beat. You know, in other words, you might see a John Higgins or a Mark Selby win with their B or C game, but I think he's become better at doing it.
$52. 53.
Just needs this pink and one more red.
$59.
Well, looks to be the one. Ooh, well, that next shot would have definitely been the one. And he's still angry, even though it would take a turnaround for Carter to somehow win this frame.
He's furious, isn't he? But Carter does need 2 snookers.
1.
Well, that smile is masking a lot of pain. Something's got to go in here. There was a chance today, certainly, to get the win over this man, which is well, rare as hen's teeth for Ali Carter.
There's one sort of big shot here.
6.
In behind the black and the red round next to a bolt colour. I mean, it's hard, but be a horrid shot to hit if you got the shot right. Where's the red going to finish is the question. That's really what we want to know. Well, if you could have got the red just lying right next to the green or yellow, this would have been a nasty position to be in for O'Sullivan. He saw Ronnie sitting down there, and he wasn't thinking he'd won. He looked quite annoyed with himself that he'd missed that previous ball. It's a great effort, this, isn't it?
Foul.
And it was a horrid snooker to hit, but at least he hasn't left a free ball, or he was never going to either, where the red landed. Well, that's a really good effort. The only thing he's done, though, is he's actually pushed that black into a position which is no good to him at all. But it was a great try. I think Ronnie was annoyed when he broke down there, because he knows that there's, that once in a 50 or 100, he's going to have to pay for a mistake like that in this position. His opponent will get snookers.
Oh, no, I didn't want it in. Well, that sort of sums things up, really. Yeah, thanks a lot, snooker gods.
Well, if he doesn't pot his colour here, I'm pretty sure there'll be a handshake, because there'll be extra snookers required. So,
well, he's knocked it in, every credit. He's hanging on by his fingernails here.
5. Ali Carter, 5.
Team wins to 1.